Hello, folks. Today is November 26th, I believe. I'm just keeping track of the dates so I'll know how much time passes between each video that I post. Okay, let's get into this. Don't remember where I left off when I did the last video for this project, but I'll just start somewhere. Okay, let's start at the top with the hair. And I need a pointer. All right, I cannot move this because everything is not assembled and it's really heavy at the top. If I move it the wrong way, something might fall off and hit the floor and break. So to avoid that, I'll just film it a little bit from this position. Then I'll stop, move it around, turn it around a little bit, then film some more. I'll do it like that. All right, let's start at the head. And I'm trying to make the hair look thin. And to accomplish that, what I'm trying to do is use these strands of string. And of course, everything will be coated. All of this, what do you call it? This mixed media, all of this stuff is going to be covered with some type of clay, most likely. And so you won't be able to tell that this is foam clay. You won't be able to tell that from this right here. So everything will be covered, hopefully. So this is string. I'm trying to just thin it out a little bit, make it not look so bunched up like right here. Also, once I cover this with clay, I will be thinning this out by putting lines through it to make that look thinner. Let me see, what else can I talk about before I rotate this? All right, now on the face, move your hair out the way. On the face, I'm still trying to decide if I want one eye to be like a normal human eye and one eye to be a symbiote eye. What else? I have used magnets extensively on this project and I'm really proud of myself because the magnet installation turned out halfway decent. There are magnets in the arm holding it on. There are magnets on the bottom right here where the neck connects to the body. Let me see. I'm still debating on whether I want to put magnets here to attach the top of the head to the face. I'm not sure about that because once I finish with the hair, it's going to be heavy. Even though I'm trying to keep it light, it's still going to be heavy. And that would be a lot of weight for those magnets to hold in place. What else? And also, I'm trying to decide if I want to put magnets here to hold the bottom part of the leg onto the top part. This right here is already glued together, and I'll put some epoxy clay here so that is permanently attached. Also the base, I was kind of toying with the idea of putting magnets here just as a backup because it's slided into the base, but it's still kind of shaky because of all the weight up on the top part of this. Okay, let's see here. And I'm about to paint this, so I wanted to get one more video before I paint it. Well, actually, I'm going to prime it and then I'll do the painting. All right, let's pause a second, turn this around. I'll be back. And I am back. All right, as with the front, I've also put some strands of string back here. Okay, let's talk about the materials I use on this briefly. As you know, the inside is filled completely with resin. I think this is the second, maybe third. No, wait, hold on, back up. Yeah, this is the first or second figure that I've completely filled with resin, and it is pretty heavy. Let me see. So the inside is resin. Let's see. This here, like I said before, this white stuff is foam clay. It's really lightweight. And I was debating on using several type of materials, including about 2 different types of clay, which are all heavy. And I wanted to avoid this thing getting too much weight on it. So that's why I decided on this. This stuff is kind of hard to work with and it takes it quite a while to dry. I think the container says 24 to 48 hours to dry. I left home for about 5 or 6 days and came back, and it was dry for the most part. I think there were a couple of spots because this is pretty thick. If you put it on thick, it's going to take it that much longer to dry. So for the most part, it was dry. And then I added this piece right here, this piece of hair, or soon to be hair. I added that, and it's kind of thin, as you can see. And I think this dried within 48 hours. And this stuff is really spongy. I don't know if you worked with it before, but it's cool because it's lightweight, but it's really spongy and you can't shape it very well. Hold on, you know what? That brings me to something I wanted to talk about. And maybe I got the wrong type because I think all the videos I watched on YouTube where they were talking about this clay, they had the black kind. And I went to Amazon and found this white kind. And again, this channel operates on a budget. So I got the cheapest thing I could find. So maybe I need to get the black kind instead of the white kind. But this is the point I was getting to. Everybody on YouTube seems like they have no problems working with this stuff. They shape it and I was about to say scalp. They shape it and sculpt it and do all this, make all these molds and different stuff with it like it's no problem at all. And I've been like, man, did I get the wrong kind or what? Because I did not experience that. I just don't know what's going on. But anyway, or maybe it's just my lack of experience with it. But anyway, so if you're interested in this stuff and you need something lightweight, check it out. It's good for that. Okay, let's keep it moving. And let me see, underneath this foam clay, there is some hot glue. And underneath the hot glue, I have some what is that? That wrap, the plastic wrap under there. And the plastic wrap is over some wire. And here's one of the wires. That's going to be another strand of hair. Okay, what else? And as you can see, there's some more string here and here. I think that's about it, folks. And I'm going to put some paint on this. Going to start off with red, going to be the base coat. That is the color. I think that's her primary color, and then over the red is white. I'm not really familiar with the character Silence, and that's who this is going to be, just in case you were wondering. But I do believe that's white on the red with a little bit of black here and there. So that's what I'm going with. All right, folks, that's it for this one. Make sure you stay tuned. There's more coming up. Thank you for watching, and thank you for continuing to support the channel. Let's turn her around one more time, get a good shot for the thumbnail. Hold on. Oh, one more last thing I want to add or mention. I know that hair looks kind of funky right now, but believe me, folks, all right, I have a plan, and hopefully it will come together like I see it in my head. And if it doesn't, I'll just pull it all off and start over. All right, thanks again. Bye.